Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of THiNK, where I talk about whatever comes to my mind because that's just how my fucking brain works. And oh, do we have a lot to talk about today, so let's get into it. Ready? Let's go. So in what way, form, or fashion, or what part of the game is it in which insecurity is attractive? You know, at what point in time did insecurity become something when someone was like, this girl hates herself. Goals. This boy hates himself. Boyfriend material. Like if you say to a girl you're talking to, wow, you're really beautiful today, and then she just says, no, I think I look like fucking Young Thug. It's like, what am I supposed to do with that? How can I stop you from thinking you look like Young Thug? I could tell you look like Beyonce, but if you feel like Young Thug, then like, barter up. Here's the thing. The late great Lauryn Hill, not that she's dead, she's just never on time for anything. Lauryn Hill has a quote where she says, how you gonna rim when you ain't right within? And that's just the truth. You ain't gonna get shit. You're not gonna find a healthy relationship. You're not gonna establish bonds that really flourish. You're only gonna find people that suit your insecurities at the time. And a man that's attracted to insecurity in a woman is a predator. And you need to be mindful of that. Because he's gonna use it to his advantage and against you. Because you're gonna need him more than he needs you. He's the guy that controls your perception of yourself. He's the guy that makes you feel like you're pretty. He's the guy that makes you feel like you're wanted. He's the guy that makes you feel like you're worth it, because those are things that you need, and you're trying to find them outside of yourself. But it's nobody's job to do the work that you need to do for yourself. Not everybody's going to want to come into your life and pick up all your bag and do the work for you and you mop up all around. That's your job to clean up your shit. It's not everybody else's job to clean up your shit. Like, this is called This Little Light of Mine, not This Little Light of Ours. I'm not going in there and Bob the Builder and shit. It is not your job to play Captain Save a Hoe. It is not your job to play Captain Save a Nigga. If somebody wants to sink their own ship, then let that ship sink, because you don't have to go down with somebody else's boat when your yacht's sitting right over there. Fine, your shit crisp, your shit clean. I say that to say this. Fix your shit before you get in a relationship with people. If you're in a relationship with someone who's self-destructive, don't allow them to destroy you. Beyonce, Nicki Minaj, Blue Ivy, Jay-Z, Oprah, Barack Obama, Michelle Obama, people who I care about if they go live on Instagram. If they're not one of those people, Instagram, hear me out. Do not notify me that Joe that used to sit next to me in English class in 10th grade that I gave back a pilly follow is going live on Instagram. I don't give a shit. Contact me when you have some real shit to say. Don't tell me when that nigga go live. I don't give a fuck. So when are we gonna admit that Salt Bae is doing two things? One, that meat is raw as shit. That meat is some Eliza Thornberry just caught a body about a week ago as raw ass meat. He cooks that shit on the outside for about 30 seconds and then be sprinkling some salt on it, acting like that shit is good. Don't serve me no raw ass meat. I know some people, most people are usually white, say that a well done steak is a ruined steak. And you know what? Maybe well done is a little bit dry for you. But like, I don't want steak sashimi. Like, that's fucking disgusting. That's gross. I'm not one of those people that's like opposed to a little bit of pink in the middle of my steak, but that shit is red. And also, sir, where are your seasonings? Where's the seasoning? I've seen him use nothing besides salt and butter and like a little sprig of oregano. And then once it's done, he just walks over with more salt and dazzles the fuck out of y'all niggas and says, season your food. It's not that hard for you to just serve me a piece of meat that I feel like, wow, I can taste the steak and there's flavor other than blood. There's just Teyana Taylor, Shumpert. Miss, do not bring the fade video back up. No more fade video. It's done. It's over. Your body looked great in the video. It was awesome, but we don't even talk about the song anymore. Like, we're not even on the song. Why are you acting like that's your only credit? Teyana Taylor is extremely talented. Teyana Taylor has been signed to Good Music for a number of years, which is why she was in the Kanye video. Teyana Taylor also had an album that came out at one point in time, and I mean, I didn't listen to it because I didn't care, but I heard it was really good. And she has had a lot of songs since then, which makes me feel like Teyana Taylor is about to have the 2017. But Teyana Taylor is allowing Kanye to use her almost as a muse for this video. And this is a bigger point than Teyana Taylor. Balenciaga, Versace, Cavalli, Proenza, Balmain, all these brands, fashion houses, Margiela, huge. They're household names, they're brands, they're always going to be household names and brands, and always have been fucking household names and brands. I mean, they've lasted the test of time. But when a fashion house has a muse, they wring you dry and then they discard you. Because you bring attention to their brand and you inspire them for a point in time, but muses are disposable. And this even comes to music. Because right now, Party Next Door is Drake's muse. And Kid Cudi was Kanye's muse. But you're just a source of inspiration. And once you're not inspiring anymore, it's over for you. Now, Teyana Taylor, not that you should ever mention Google Me in your life, ever. But if you're going to act like the fade video was the only thing you've ever done, people are gonna continue to treat you like that girl from the Fave video. And that's some sad shit. Joseph Fiennes. Got some niggas out in Brooklyn that'll off your top. You're not allowed to disrespect Michael Jackson. I don't know who told you that that was smart. And of course somebody told you that was smart because you don't really have a career as far as I'm concerned. I don't know who the fuck you are. I've never heard of you before. And I'm pretty sure all the other silly ass white boys that they got, Will Ferrell, Owen Wilson, whatever the fuck, all them niggas decided that this wasn't a smart thing for them to do, so they just decided to sit this one out. But if you think you're gonna disrespect the legacy of Michael Joseph Jackson without hands, you're dumb. I mean, you could just ask Flex. Flex hasn't worked since he did Michael Jackson. Yo, that Flex shit was bad. Like, they dead-ass covered Flex in baby powder and put him in a black wig. And no one on set said, you know, this is a bad idea. Like, let's just not have this happen. This is trash. This is, nah, guys, we're playing around. No one said that. No one said that, and no one said that to you, Joseph. No one. You don't have friends. I know you think you have friends, but nobody on that set was your friend, because they thought that shit was funny. Oh, but we don't. Hope you have fun shooting your last movie. So, you know, relationships, right? They happen. You find people that you enjoy, and then maybe you have differences and you break up, you go your separate ways, whatever the case may be. A lot of things don't work out long term. But there is no need for, once you guys break up, for you to air dirty laundry or for you to have to say things that are just disgusting and disparaging about the other person. Because at the end of the day, that person once made you happy. That person once made you feel good, and y'all didn't want to do anything besides sit in the bed and fucking watch Netflix all day. Like, y'all had a great time, and your memories that you guys have together that are positive, along with the negative aspects that come along with interacting with any person. But I have a specific distaste and a loss of respect for people who, once they break up, have nothing but terrible things to say about each other. Because it almost makes me feel like you in your heart had a bunch of shit that you wanted to say about that person and to that person anyway. If you really have feelings for somebody, it shouldn't automatically turn into, and fuck you, and you was always ashy, and the back of your ears stink. And you don't go and you don't spread that hate, that venom that you may now have for somebody, and you spread it all across the town and the world and WordPress. Because in order for you to be respected as a person to other people around you, people want to be able to respect your relationships. The people around you aren't going to respect your relationships. You're going to bring around another man or another girl, and your friend's going to go, oh, hey. Because everybody knows how these things end with you, because they never end well, and it always ends with you big mad on the internet talking shit, airing out dirty laundry. Things that should remain private amongst people who are in a relationship. Be a better person, or you're going to continue getting what you deserve, which is nothing. And that's it for today's Think Tank. If you have not heard SZA's new song, Drew Barrymore, I suggest that you go and get you some of Jamaica's best marijuana, and you sit your ass down and you just burn and just let that song come over you like a spring afternoon on the beach in the 60s. SZA just had a listening party in New York City where she debuted another song called Love Galore with Travis Scott, which someone, a very bad person, recorded and allowed us to hear. It's all over YouTube. It's so good. Sorry, SZA, if you're watching this, I love you, but I can't hold on my excitement. Her album, CTRL, is going to be coming out soon. She's in the middle of a rollout. It's happening. It's so good. Oh, it's so good. Anyway, I'm going to link you to the song in the description box. As usual, if you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. If not, suck a dick. And I'll be seeing you later. Deuce.